Welcome back, guys! Before we jump in, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, drop a comment below, and share this video with your crew. It really helps the channel out. Now today we're diving into the wild world of Indian cinema, and you know exactly what that means. We're talking zero respect for the laws of physics, gravity-defying stunts, and drama that hits harder than a truck. Buckle up, grab your popcorn, and let's get right into this madness. The movie kicks off in the Udgar civilization back in the Middle Ages. We see a girl named Mitra bleeding from her head, basically on her deathbed, and her warrior boyfriend Bhairava standing right there. She tells him, "Confess your love before I kick the bucket." Classic drama, dying but still wants the romantic lines. Bhairava rips off his armor screaming, "My whole life is yours, Mitra!" Mitra dies and falls off the cliff, and Bhairava can't catch her in time, so he jumps right after her. Because apparently gravity is the best way to prove your love. Commander Shere Khan shows up, sees Bhairava as dead, takes his armor and heads back saying, "I'm proud Bhairava died a warrior, and he's gonna come back one day to find his new love." Shere Khan is basically the hype man for the sequel 400 years later. Fast forward 400 years to 2009, we see a motorcycle race set up with a ton of people gathering to join in. We see Rashmi running the show, and a guy named Harsha walks in, who looks exactly like Bhairava, and asks Rashmi, "What's the bet gonna be this time?" Rashmi tells him, "5 times the cash I took before." Harsha knows the barrier height is gonna be 20 meters, and his buddy Gautam is like, "Dude, you could die." We see another racer smash his head into the barrier and wreck his bike. Safety first? Nah, not in this movie. Rashmi asks Harsha, "You gonna race or is your chicken?" Harsha replies, "Make the bet 10 times." The race starts, Harsha hops on his bike, Rashmi tells her assistant to crank the barrier up to 25 meters, but Harsha flies that bike right over the barrier and wins the race. Rashmi grabs the cash and bolts, so Harsha tells Gautam, "Book tickets, bro, we gotta go get that money back." Rashmi runs into a steel factory and finds a worker there, pleading, "Help me, people are chasing me and want to rob me." The worker asks Harsha, "What exactly do you want from this girl?" Harsha says, "This girl played us and stole our cash." The worker says, "Look, I'll get your money back but on one condition," and challenges him to a dance-off. Because in movies, the best way to settle a financial dispute is definitely a dance battle. The worker morphs into someone else and starts busting these weird moves, but Harsha dances on one leg and wins the challenge, grabs the cash from Rashmi and gives it back to his crew. Same day, they head back to Hyderabad, and Harsha tells Gautam, "So just to save taxi fare, you put us in a tuk-tuk? Screw you, man." Gautam replies, "You don't get it, this tuk-tuk is faster than a Ferrari." Gautam spots a girl flagging down the tuk-tuk. "Oh God, let her ride with us so we pay less." Gautam is the king of being cheap. Harsha puts his hand out to tell her there's no room, and suddenly his hand touches hers and boom, sparks fly. Harsha sees himself as Bhairava falling off the mountain with his girl and gets hit with a ton of memories and images from the Udaigar Civ. He screams at Gautam, "Stop this tuk-tuk, I gotta catch that girl right now." Gautam asks, "Who is this chick you want to catch?" Harsha says, "Dude, the girl in the white dress, damn it." He sprints to catch her, but the girl puts on a black jacket because of the rain. Worst timing ever. He goes to stand in front of her, but doesn't recognize her because of the jacket. He hops on the bus in front of her, looks for her, then gets off. Suddenly, the girl herself asks him, "You looking for someone?" Harsha says, "I'm looking for a girl in a white dress who was standing here a sec ago." The girl's about to say, "It's me," but asks, "Why do you want her?" Harsha says, "Oh, looks like you know her. Give me your address, quick." She says, "Tell me first, what do you want with her?" He answers, "Look, lady, us two, we're in love." "Bro, you just touched her hand for a second." She replies, "Oh, you liar. So you, for example, don't know your girlfriend's address?" He says, "No, I met her last year and fell for her, but her dad, what a jerk, stood in the way of our love and she ran away and haven't heard from her since," making up a whole soap opera on the spot. He begs her, "Please give me Indra's address." She tells him, "But her name is Ronnie, not Indra." He quickly says, "Oh yeah, she changed her name too." Ronnie says to herself, "This guy looks like a scammer." She tells him, "Hail a tuk-tuk and I'll give you the address." Gautam finds his buddy Harsha in another tuk-tuk, tells the driver the money was with his friend, so the driver jacks his chain instead of the fare. Ronnie gets to her house, makes Harsha pay the fare, and tells him, "Take the next street left, you'll find Ronnie's house at the end on the right." Harsha leaves her, knocks on the door, and an old man comes out. Harsha tells him, "Call your daughter out, I want her." The man says, "Yeah, but the one inside is my wife, not my daughter. What do you want with my wife, kid?" Awkward level 100. Harsha says, "No, I want your daughter, Ronnie, not your wife." The man replies, "Would you believe I wanted a girl and to name her myself?" "Son, I don't have daughters, and if you want my wife, take her, but don't bring her back." Harsha is shocked, leaves him, and goes back to Ronnie saying, "What the heck, girl? You giving me a fake address?" Ronnie says, "Yeah, 'cause I don't know you at all to give you the address. You might be a scammer or want to kill her. Am I stupid or what?" Harsha says, "Yeah, but I just saw her today. Surely I'm not going to kill her the first day I see her. I just want to see her, even once." Totally not creepy at all. Ronnie tells him, "Come tomorrow morning to Rock Garden Restaurant and I'll let you meet her." Harsha gets hyped and tells her, "I'll wait for you in the morning." Ronnie is confused and says, "How did he see my dress and not see my face?" Logic has left the chat. Next day, Harsha is with his boy Gautam, and Gautam says, "You were waiting for one and got 10. Be happy, you lucky dog." Ronnie shows up at the restaurant with her whole squad, and as soon as Harsha sees them, he tosses the flowers in Ronnie's face and goes to high-five all of them to feel the spark, realizing the girl he wants didn't come. Ronnie tells him, "The girl's gonna be late." The girls attack the tables for food, and Gautam says to Harsha, "What's going on, dude? Looks like they haven't eaten in 10 years. Food is life, bro." He adds, "I feel like this girl is playing you and said she knows Ronnie just to feed her friends on your dime." Ronnie hears him and says to Gautam, "You think we're beggars like you, kid?" Harsha jumps in, "Sorry guys, he's young and joking. Don't listen to him. He's a dumb kid," and kicks him out. Harsha stays at the restaurant till night, so Ronnie tells him, "Go home today. I'll make her meet you tomorrow in the park." But he says, "I'm going to keep sitting here. Maybe she'll come after I leave." We see Varma at the lawyer's, saying his dad owned a huge palace in the city, but his brother scammed him and kicked him out, and for 15 years he hasn't been able to win his case. The lawyer tells him, "You messed up by not coming here first, but I promise I'll get the palace back for you." Next day, we see Varma's brother in the palace finding out Varma sued him again, and he says this time if it goes to court, he might win. The servant walks in and says his son Raj, i.e. Randev in the past life, is sitting outside. We see Raj chilling in the garden with the lawyer in front of him. The lawyer says, "I didn't know this case was yours. I'm ready to drop it, just don't want to die." Raj looks at him and says, "Run, fast." Then he gets up, grabs a huge spear, throws it in the air. The spear hits the lawyer's back and kills him. Raj talks to the dead lawyer. Ah yes, talking to corpses, a very healthy hobby. Anyway, he tells him, "If I want something, I take it at any price," and tells his dad, "We ain't gonna kill a lawyer from Varma every other day, Dad. Easier way is to kill Varma so he stops sending lawyers." Problem-solving level, psychopath. Raj goes with his dad to Varma's house and sees his daughter Ronnie going to college in the morning. His dad says if we kill his daughter too, we inherit everything, but Raj sees Ronnie, catches feelings, and says he loves her and wants to marry her. His dad says her dad will never agree as long as I'm alive. Suddenly, Raj pulls a dagger and kills him instantly and talks to him. Seriously, what is it with this guy and dead people? Anyway, he says, this way her dad will agree right away. You jerk, killing your dad for a girl? Then he goes to his uncle Varma and says, I know my dad did you wrong, but I came today so you'd forgive me and him. Sadly, my dad died before giving you your rights back. He was a good guy, and I came to return your rights. Consider the money and palace yours from now on. Varma tells him, if your dad was as good as you, we wouldn't have had issues. Varma's way too trusting for someone who lost a palace. Meanwhile, Ronnie is walking with her friend and some guys come and harass them. Harsha is waiting for her and asks where's Ronnie, realizes the guys annoyed her, so he says, sorry, you know, guys are wild these days. Ronnie tells him, by the way, those guys insulted your girl Ronnie and she ain't coming because she doesn't want to see them again. Harsha loses it, attacks them and beats them down. Ronnie is happy because Harsha fought for her. Her friend asks, won't you tell him you're Ronnie? Ronnie says, I'm happy like this and that he's going to go crazy trying to see me. She's literally trolling him at this point. After that, Ronnie goes home and sees her cousin Raj, and Raj takes them to his house to stay. Varma tells his daughter their palace is bigger than this house, and Ronnie tells Raj, thanks for what you did, but your money and palace don't matter to me, but it's the first time I've seen my dad this happy. Raj tells Varma we're going to the palace tomorrow. Ronnie asks Raj, can we push it to next week? Raj asks, you got something to do? She says, no, nothing, just exams and stuff. Same day, Raj goes into Ronnie's room while she's sleeping, and as soon as he thinks about touching her, Bhairava's ghost appears, slaps him with a sword on the neck, and knocks him down. The ghost is basically a supernatural bodyguard. Raj thinks he's bleeding but finds no blood. Later, he goes to a sorcerer in the mountains named Gora and tells him there's a girl he loves but can't touch, and every time he tries, a ghost with a sword shows up to kill him. Gora laughs and says, I know the fix. He throws herbs in the fire and an image from Udagar appears, telling him his desires weren't fulfilled and their history goes back 400 years, and back then, he was the supreme commander in Udagar and a beast of a warrior. He shows him a pic of Rani when she was Princess Mitra. Raj sees his own pic and learns his name was Rondev, and he died because he couldn't get Mitra since she loved the warrior Bhairava. The sorcerer tells him, your love brought your soul back in another body after 400 years, but as long as the guy looking like Bhairava is alive, you'll never get close to Rani or even touch her. Raj sees a blurry pic of Bhairava. The sorcerer says, don't worry, you'll meet him again and fight, and whoever wins gets to marry Rani. The classic reincarnation rivalry trope. Next day, Harsha is sitting with Gautam at a cafe and suddenly Raj pulls up with his crew, finding out lots of people saw Rani with a guy named Harsha, so he tells his men, grab anyone here named Harsha. Raj goes to sit but finds no seats, so Harsha says, come sit with us. He's confused and asks, are you acting? Because your outfit looks like a drama movie. Irony alert. Raj gets annoyed. One of Raj's men comes and says, here, this is Harsha's number. Harsha talks on the phone, Raj calls him and gets a busy signal. Then Harsha and Gautam get him to leave. Raj calls again and his assistant finds Harsha's phone on the table, so Raj knows that was him. Raj grabs an iron rod and hurls it at him, but it hits a utility pole and explodes. People panic and run. Police arrive trying to catch horses escaping the chaos. Harsha steps away from the crowd and stands by a bus. At the same time, Rani is sitting on the bus in a dress. Harsha sees a horse coming at him, gets scared, grabs the bus window and accidentally touches Rani, sparks fly again, and he sees a white veil coming out the window. The bus moves fast with a horse running next to it, so he runs until he climbs a car, hops on the horse, and chases the bus. Typical Indian movie action. Rani's veil flies off and lands on his face, blocking his view. Rani thinks he's just some guy on a horse and yells, "Give me the veil!" Harsha spots her from far away, knows she's the Rani he's hunting for, so he wraps the veil on his face so she doesn't see him. Rani yells, "Give me the veil, you thief!" and he mocks her. Later, Rani goes to college annoyed, telling her friend, "I'm gonna make Harsha beat up the thief who took my veil." Harsha shows up at college calling for Rani. Rani tells him, "Wait outside till I finish my exam." Harsha laughs and says, "I found Rani already, just came to thank you for helping, peace out." Rani can't leave, goes to the window thinking he found another Rani and that he's even on the phone with her. Harsha pretends to talk on the phone to trick Rani, saying, "Come on, Rani girl, let's meet in 30 minutes at Golconda Park." Rani unscrews the window to escape and follow him. She's literally dismantling the building to catch him. Her friend asks, "What about the exam?" Rani says, "I gotta catch him before my life is ruined." Harsha has Gautam in a wig and veil, and Rani sees them and thinks it's a real girl. Harsha says, "Can you give us a sec?" Rani says, "That ain't Rani, stupid, and Rani isn't fat and dark like that." Ouch, poor Gautam. She grabs Gautam, pulls his hair, realizes it's a wig and a prank. Harsha pulls out her veil and says, "I know the truth." Rani gets mad, says, "Stay away from me," and walks off. Harsha follows and touches her hand again. Varma sees them, slaps Harsha, and yells, "How dare you touch my daughter?" Harsha hallucinates him as the king of Udaigar, attacks him, and says, "Rani is mine, stand in our way and I'll kill you." Way to make a first impression on the father-in-law. Rani goes home and tells her dad, "Sorry, didn't want to tell you I love Harsha so you wouldn't be sad, but he's the only one who really loves me and I want him." Raj hears this and sees Harsha coming in. Harsha tells Varma, "Sorry for what happened." Varma says, "My daughter always listened to me. She says she wants you and you love her. I approve." Harsha says, "Didn't expect you to agree this easily." Raj says to Harsha, "So you're Rani's fiancé, huh?" Takes the veil from him, says clearly you really love her. Then stands behind Varma and strangles him with the veil. Well, that escalated quickly. Harsha gets hit on the head and gets dizzy. Raj chokes Varma till he dies, throws him toward Harsha. "Bro, Raj, you forgot to talk to Varma." Anyway, Raj calls Rani. She thinks Harsha killed her dad and asks, "Did you kill him because he didn't agree?" Raj hits Harsha to shut him up and tells Rani, "Let's get your dad to the hospital, fast." He puts Rani on a helicopter to smuggle her out and tells Harsha, "This Rani is mine." Harsha hits the fuel hose, it lights up, and the fuel truck explodes. Michael Bay would be proud. Raj sees the signs the sorcerer mentioned and realizes this is the warrior Bhairava. Harsha walks out of the fire, clothes burning, and Raj boards the chopper fast. Harsha fights all his men, beats them all, tries to call Rani, but she can't hear. He sprints, jumps on a car, onto a roof, runs again, grabs the chopper, climbs up, tells Rani, "Just listen," but touches her hand by mistake and sees himself falling with her. There's a party for Emperor Vikram of Udaigar, Princess Mitra and Army Commander Rondev, and Rondev's rival is Commander Bhairava. Harsha falls into the sea, still alive. Flashback to Udaigар 400 years ago. Minister warns the king about Shere Khan's army closing in. We see Shere Khan in the desert looking at the kingdom, telling his assistant the place is beautiful. Assistant says hard to attack, plus they got Bhairava, strongest guy in their army. Says Bhairava killed 100 soldiers in one battle. Shere Khan mocks him, remember that, because I'm killing him soon as we land. Spoiler, he won't. Next day, Princess Mitra is eyeing Bhairava. She shoots an arrow at his friend, aims at Bhairava, but he vanishes. He appears behind her, knife to her neck. Should have killed your enemy before he saw you. Smooth, Bhairava, smooth. Randiv enters. You guard like a dog. Tells Mitra, I'll teach you fighting, not Bhairava, who's scared to leave the palace. King arrives, says Shere Khan is coming. Tells Bhairava, your clan protected us for ages, I trust you'll save us. Bhairava says, ready to die for you. Mitra says, I want to go fight with him. Later, Mitra paints Bhairava. Randiv enters, drunk, says, you're prettier than this apple. Bhairava enters, knocks the apple away. Suppose it's poisoned, gotta taste it first, my duty. Randiv, want me to eat after you, you filth? Mitra says, give it, I'll eat it. Eats it in front of Randiv despite him. Randiv says tomorrow's competition, we'll see who wins. Next day, competition. Bhairava versus Randiv. Winner marries Mitra. Randiv says to King, who rules after you? King, my daughter. Randiv yanks her veil off. Disrespect level, max. Bhairava puts a knife to his neck. King, what did you do? Randiv, future queen was scared when I took her veil instead of attacking. Queen can't be weak, needs a strong warrior husband to protect the kingdom. Randiv ties the veil to a spear, throws it, hits the chariot, horses bolt. Randiv says she marries whoever brings back the veil. Mitra is stubborn. Fine, but loser gets exiled. Randiv, I'll bring back Bhairava dead. Bhairava, I'll bring you back alive to be humiliated. Burn! They ride out. Guard draws a line. Cross first with the veil, you win. They race. Randiv's men shoot at Bhairava. Bhairava kills two. They jump on the chariot, fight in the white desert. Randiv's man hits quicksand and sinks. Randiv jumps off before the chariot sinks. Bhairava tries to save him and the horses, but Randiv snatches the veil, saving the princess's honor or the horses. Bhairava drops the veil, cuts the ropes, saves the horses. Randiv kicks him into the sand, but Bhairava's horse saves him, throws a rope, Bhairava grabs it, horse pulls him, catches up to Randiv. They reach the city, enter the arena. Bhairava jumps on Randiv's horse, drags him, crosses the line, wins. Absolute Chad move. Mitra tells guards, kick him out. King tells Bhairava, knew you'd win, but asking as a dad, sacrifice your life for your love to live. Bhairava knows he might die in war, decides not to marry Mitra so she doesn't become a widow. Announces, didn't enter to marry just because I'm a warrior. Mitra is heartbroken, suffering from success. Same day, King says, start rituals before war. Bhairava tells Mitra, get ready to travel. They go to a mountain. Before rituals, Mitra asks, do you love me? He says, we're late. Classic guy move, avoiding the question. She paints his pick on the wall, cuts her hand, puts blood on it. Meanwhile, injured soldier tells Bhairava, Randev betrayed them, joined Shere Khan, opened gates, killed the king, and is coming to kill the princess. Archers shoot at them. They shield the queen. Many die. Randev throws a spear at Bhairava, but his friend takes the hit. Shere Khan says, hold fire. Tells Bhairava, give Mitra to Randev, promised him she'd be his, then I'll let you live. Bhairava says, I got an offer. Give me the traitor, I'll let you live. Shere Khan, if you're a real man, I'll send 100 soldiers. Kill them all, kingdom and princess are yours. One left, you lose. Bhairava, bring it. 100 soldiers attack. Bhairava goes beast mode. Shere Khan counts kills. Bhairava throwing them off the cliff. Shere Khan shocked. 55 down, still going. Soldier hits Bhairava with 2 arrows. 2 guys try to grab the princess. Bhairava kills both with 1 spear. Gets up, finishes off 94. He's literally a one-man army. Shere Khan tears up seeing King surrender at my name. Armies run, but you're braver than all of them, fighting for honor while dying. Gives Bhairava his sword. Join my army. Randev attacks Bhairava. Shere Khan, how dare you touch my warrior? Randev, you promised me the kingdom. Shere Khan, forgive me, gotta keep my word. Randev hits Bhairava. Bhairava defends weakly, pulls dagger from his leg, stabs Randev's stomach. Randev, if I can't have her, no one can. Throws sword at Mitra, hits her stomach. Bhairava snaps, cuts his head off. Fatality. Back to scene 1, falling off the mountain. Shere Khan watches them die. Back to Harsha drowning. Fisherman nets him. Harsha wakes up, remembers Fisherman is Shere Khan. Reincarnation is a small world. Doctor says he's weak, dying. Fisherman, my drink will fix him, gives salmon oil. Harsha heals. Next day, Harsha goes to Rani. She's at the temple for Dad's funeral. She senses him, tells Raj, feel he's alive but hate him. People leave. Raj knows Harsha is there, grabs an axe, tries to hit from behind. Harsha dodges. Got the guts to kill me, Randev? Raj, shocked, you know? Harsha, moment she remembers, you die. Head cut off again. Talk about a threat. Harsha blends in with the crowd, escapes, hides outside Rani's palace. Fisherman comes, go to her. Harsha, ain't it your wedding? Fisherman, caused your breakup before, here to witness your love now. Harsha enters with Fisherman, hears Sorcerer talking to Raj. Sorcerer, marry her before she remembers. 7 stars out today, keep her from him till 12, she forgets everything. Harsha sees Roddy, let me talk. Rani, tell me how you killed Dad. Harsha, no time, run, Raj is evil. Rani, saw you kill him, disgusted I loved you. Harsha pulls a knife, come with me. He's not great at communicating, is he? Beats Raj's men, Rani hits head on wall, faints. Sorcerer sees them, you're Bhairava? Harsha, how you know? Sorcerer, no time, leave. But Sorcerer traps him, leads him to Raj, drugs him. Raj throws spear, Harsha blocks, falls, second spear hits arm. Fisherman blasts the dam with a cannon. Where did he get a cannon? Harsha moves before next spear, Fisherman gets to window, Raj waiting to kill. Fisherman, I'll jump, might die but you jump after so you and Mitra live. Harsha won't sacrifice a friend, throws Rani to the other side, Raj spears her. Raj checks body, it's the Sorcerer in Rani's clothes. Bamboozled. Harsha puts Rani on his back, Fisherman throws him across before Raj returns, Fisherman, run, I'll hold them. Harsha bikes away to Ritual Mountain. Raj arrives. Harsha blows bike to break path, path cracks but holes. Raj's car crosses, they fall off cliff. Karma. Rani screams, what do you want? Harsha, lost you once, not again. Tells her the history. She thinks he's crazy. Raj arrives, come quick. She goes to Raj. Harsha does rituals. Mitra's painting appears. She remembers. Finally. Hugs Harsha, forgive me, Bhairava. Raj attacks. Harsha pulls the decapitation sword, crushes Raj's skull. Chopper comes. Fisherman blows it up. Raj grabs Rani to throw her. Harsha throws the sword, cuts off his arm. Raj falls and dies. Harsha saves Rani, celebrates with Fisherman. Movie over. And they lived happily ever after. For now. All right, that's a wrap, my friend. Make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment from the heart. If you're really feeling the love, share this video with your crew. And yo, check out the channel. I've got tons of videos you're gonna vibe with. Catch you in the next one.